Welcome, everybody, to another wonderful Tuesday auction. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you're doing well. Hope the week's treating you well. Hopefully January's treating you well. Halfway through January. This is, I don't know, is this the time when people stop their resolutions already? Hopefully you're still keeping on it. New year, new you. Don't let the fire burn out already. We're only 2 weeks deep. The big thing today, finally, this has been, I think, 6 months, maybe more than 6 months now. I think 6 months we've been waiting for a new pop report to come out for WATA games. I'm pretty sure it's been 6 months. So if you want to check it out, just go to WATA Games, click it right there.
$120.
Just go to the home screen, view pop
$130.
reports, and you can see the new data. Atari Defender here is a 90 uncirculated. It's actually really high. Really high. All of the other data there, it's giving me on the right-hand side is like 8.5 NS, 8.5A+, 8.5A. We'll have to check gamer stonks afterwards, but someone in chat here, House the Moose, is saying this might be top pop for Defender. Closing at $169, which that has to be a deal. That has to be a deal. Has to be. Ghostbusters 2 is a 9.2 complete in box here for Atari 2600. I don't think this is easy to get at all on 2600. Oh, it's European as well. Even so, I mean, I don't think this is easy at all on Atari. Looking for $45 here so far. But welcome in here. Timothy, Superjunk, Cody Jones, Daniel, Freeman, Renex Machina, Joe Kane, Bogo, House the Moose, Cosmic, Vindios. It's good to see you back in here, Vindios. Teleport, Danger D.
$22.
Teleport with the gifted sub as well. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Teleport.
Fair warning.
Getting it to Bogo 319, getting hit with the membership. Welcome into the Greg gang.
Next lot.
3 Up Collects, Cody, Victor, welcome you guys. Elijah, Lewis, welcome. Anything good today or more Nintendo powers? Oh boy, that's a, oh boy. How do I answer that question? So we have 106 items today, which 106 is, like, I mean, you guys should recognize that yourselves. We're almost under 100 items in the weekly. Almost under 100 games. That is crazy. That's crazy. I think a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, every single weekly was having like 230 games. In this weekly auction here, we have we have one factory sealed NES game. We do have some Nintendo Power magazines, hardly any. We have like Game Informer this week, EGM, Electronic Gaming Monthly. Not a lot of Nintendo Power, but with the NES stuff, it's all CIB lots, which we've been seeing this a lot. A lot of weeks have had CIBs instead now.
Fair warning.
And a lot of these lots are actually like these are good CIBs. If you are a full set collector, these are really good CIBs. Uncommon, rare, whatever you want to say. Like, it's very clear that these CIBs, even if they aren't in impeccable condition, like these came from someone who was collecting NES quite deeply. You just don't get this selection of games from some random person. You know what I mean? These aren't NES games that show up in a random collection. So keep your eyes on the NES games. They are quite good. CIBs, but good titles. We have another magazine here, How to Win at E.T. the video game from 1982. Really cool, actually, as a novelty. I don't think I've ever seen this magazine before. It's a strategy guide, I guess. Sold for almost $100. How to Win at E.T.
$60.
You make a magazine for a game that killed the entire industry. I tell you, crazy.
$85.
Live Miles Paranormal Romance Books. What a great YouTube username. Welcome.
$90.
Welcome in. Everyone does hate Atari, it's true. Any surprises in the new pop report? So Fingers, I haven't had a good chance to comb through the new pop reports yet. Like I said, this is 6 months now of updated data with it. So on the pop reports, we still don't have, we don't have 3DS, We don't have PS4. We don't have PS5. We don't have PS Vita. We don't have PSP. I am very surprised. Yeah, Vindios, that's what I'm saying, dude. I'm very, very surprised we did not get these new consoles. I really thought we were going to get them. Someone said there's an Ocarina of Time 10. Yeah, Homeostatic. Did you not see the sale for the Ocarina 10? It sold at Golden Auctions. Yeah, there's absolutely an Ocarina 10. It sold at Golden Auctions like, I don't know, 4 months ago or something for 150,000, if I remember correctly, for the Ocarina 10. I'm pretty sure anyway. Yo, Feed the Gods, welcome, second time live viewer. You love to frickin' hear it. Yeah, super subtle YouTube username there. Are you Liv Miles? Who is Liv Miles? That's the real question. Maybe I need some I can't even say it. Maybe I need some paranormal romance novels. Spice up my life.
$70.
So what have you guys seen though for the Pop Report? Because what I've seen so far is what we don't have. Crafty, where the hell are the PC games? If you want to get PC games, it's tough. It's tough, dude. There might be another PC showcase auction this year, maybe. Otherwise, they're just gonna be like, you know, a couple games in one of these.
Fair warning.
Like a couple games in a weekly here, a couple games in a showcase there.
Next lot.
eBay is probably going to be more PC games these days. Probably.
$36.
For the CIB NES here, Ghost Lion, 228. The Cryon Conquest, 149. Scat.
$60.
Good old Scat.
$65.
Pushing its way up over $100. Like I said, actually some rare NES games today.
$70. $75.
Mario Chair Army there, Simon, showing up for the weekly. There is, I don't think there's any Switch stuff tonight, Frank, or PS5. I don't think there's any Switch or PS5. The biggest things in tonight's auction are Super Nintendo, which has been, it's been like that for a lot of weeks. We still have like 30, maybe 40 Super Nintendo games tonight. Lots of them. 0 Switch games, 1 Wii U game. There is a nice copy of Splatoon tonight, sitting at $52. It's 9.68 plus. And the other most represented
$130
console tonight is the PS2. There's a lot of PS2 stuff. So CIB NES, factory sealed Super Nintendo, and factory sealed PS2 is the brunt of the auction tonight. Hopefully that makes you guys a little bit randy. What's my accent? I'm Canadian. I'm in Saskatchewan, so like prairie is Canadian. West side Canada.
Fair warning. $100.
Yeah, Super Junk. Have you heard any word about another PC showcase auction happening? I don't know if it's going to happen. There's a chance, but who's quicker right now? CGC or WATA?
Fair warning.
I think
$180.
CGC. But I think they're also very close right now. I think CGC is a bit faster, but I think they're very close right now. Yo, Vindios, welcome back to the Greg Gang, my guy. Welcome back in. Much appreciated.
$46.
CGC faster?
$50.
Yeah, Carl was busy making his new Billy Mitchell video, which if you guys haven't checked it out yet, do it. Billy Mitchell found a way to win even when losing, which is kind of funny. Like, Carl prefaced his video as a big Billy Mitchell loss, but it's not. It's not. It's a Billy Mitchell win, baby. Billy keeps winning. You can't keep a good Billy down, I tell ya.
$130.
But I'm curious if you guys have seen anything yet on the Pop Report. Have you guys combed through? Have you guys seen some hot takes, some information? I mean, it's 6 months worth of new games added to it, so I'm gonna comb through myself and you know, put together some data, some stats, do an actual full breakdown on the Pop Reports, what we see, what we don't see. I think someone did say, do we have Switch on here? We do, yeah. I think someone in the Discord said that there aren't actually many new Switch games added to the WATA Pop Report, which kind of makes sense, given that most Switch games don't actually sell for like more than Like a Switch game costs $60. It's going to cost another $60 to grade it. You know what I mean? There just isn't a lot of, not a lot of incentive to send in Nintendo Switch stuff, given the pricing. So I'm not too surprised to hear that there aren't many Switch games being submitted.
Next
You want to do some comparative analysis? You'll see if you have time. Yeah, do it for sure. Absolutely. Like, in the Discord, Homeostatic, I don't know if you're in there. Chris Larson, I don't know if, I think you're in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, join the Discord. Link is in the description. It's completely free to join. But there are a lot of people who actually do a lot of statistical analysis. So, like, if you're also going to do some compare and contrast, you might as well join the Discord and talk to other people who do it. There are some people in the Discord who are very, very, very good with data. So talk with those other people and you guys can like compare notes and shit. And yeah, like I'm not great with data, but you know what I mean? There's people in Discord far, far, far better than I am. I'm just decent at presenting it. I can just present it to you guys. But if someone else can chop it up, that's fantastic. Which of these NES slots is the best value? Honestly, I'm thinking this one might be, Joe Kane. This racing one right here might be the best value. Indie Heat, Nigel Mansell, Formula Built to Win, Monster Truck Rally, and Rad Racer 2 are all pretty uncommon games.
Greg rules, but that is okay because GamerStonks now has Civ data on the sales page. Star, Starstruck, Glowing Star, XP.
What the heck?
$55.
What the heck is up with that audio? I did not realize my audio was botched. But we continue on. Thank you, Tim, with GamerStonks for the 5 there. GamerStonks now has CIB data on the sales page. Okay, let's take a peek. What have you done? What have you done here? On the sales page. Let's type in a game here.
$100.
We now have CIB data. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We can look at CIBs. Holy crap. Tim does care. Tim does care.
Next lot.
That's actually great. Just click on the little CIB tab there and we can see how CIB pricing is going now too at all the major auction houses. CGC CIB, WATA CIB. That's nifty. That is great, dude. That is actually great, Tim. Good update to Gamer. I can't believe I only pay $10 a month for that. That's a steal. It's an absolute steal. What value? What great value.
Fair warning.
Good to see that. Obviously with how sealed games, like the flow of them is obviously slowing down, right? There's just less sealed games being graded, there's less sealed games being sold. CIB is becoming the next best alternative. And generally speaking, I mean, in the broader scope of things, I really do think that CIB collecting will probably be like it will become more popular. Like it will probably be the bulk of people in this hobby in the future. CIB collectors. Like obviously sealed and graded and stuff will be, you know, the upper level, the upper echelon. But the vast majority of people, both due to pricing and due to the, like, it's a small supply of sealed stuff. If the hobby does get more popular, more people are simply going to have to settle for CIB. CIB will be the one that actually transacts, that actually has availability, that actually has liquidity. So getting data on that now it's huge. It's huge. Absolutely huge.
Fair warning.
You've been watching a lot of my videos recently. You're really excited to be more of an uploaded sir. Keep on the great workload. Let's go, dude. Appreciate that.
$55.
Really appreciate that, man.
$75.
You got 2 consignments tonight. Excited to see where they end up. Jacob, what do you have in the auction? Definitely curious to know what you have. These CIB lots here. We had the 5. This was Ninja Crusader, Silkworm, Thundercade, A Christmas Ring, and Ultimate Basketball.
Weekly Greg streams brought to you by GamerStonks.
HC.
$60.
Thank you, dude, for the $1.99 there. Those went for $276. This group here, 5 games, went for $192. $124 for the Milton Bradley lot. These 4 random ones went for $169. Superman, probably the best game in that lot. Culture Brain Games here went for $129 for the group of 3. Like, they're actually getting some love. I don't think these are selling super cheap. Like, Clash Ball and Casino Kid 2 just went for $288. That doesn't feel super cheap. You know what I mean? Doesn't feel super cheap. I'm kind of surprised how much attention these are getting. This one here being Eight Eyes Magician and Fist of the North Star. Only 2 copies of Wii Fit have been graded. we gotta up those numbers. We gotta up those Wii Fit numbers. Yo, appreciate you, Gold Classic. Have a good night, dude. Do I know if it's too late to submit for the April Japanese auction? It is not, Bogo. I think they're taking consignments for that auction until mid-February, I believe. Not too late to consign for the Japanese April auction.
$48.
Being the guy that lives in Japan, you're interested in seeing how the JP games are doing? Yeah, like as I'm just saying here, there's going to be a Japanese showcase auction in April where there's going to be like high grade sealed unopened stuff. So that's going to be the next real big gauge of how much interest the graded side of Japanese games have.
Fair $130.
Yo, Teleport again with another gifted membership, dude. Thank you so much. Expensive cardboard getting sniped this time around. Love to see it. Thank you, dude.
Fair warning. $160.
Obviously, with a lot of the Japanese stuff, like if you want to buy CIB or cartridges, like it's very available. Don't overpay for like, you know, a lot of the stuff I'm showing with the Japanese market is the upper echelon, sealed, graded, unopened stuff, right? And I'm paying hundreds of dollars per game, and we're watching some games sell for thousands. Like, that is the price gap on Japanese stuff between, like, a CIB copy and an unopened graded copy. Like, it's like 10 to 50 times the price. So, if you are looking at Japanese stuff, and you know you can get a cartridge, a CIB or something, like, a lot of the time, those are very, very affordable and much, much, much cheaper. So don't conflate the two in the wrong way. CIB Japanese stuff is leagues cheaper than a lot of the unopened sealed graded stuff. Just as like a, you know, keep that in your head there. Would I buy Phoenix Resale's new app? I don't think so, Cardboard. Like, I've watched a couple of his videos on the Renix P sale page there. Yo, everyone's freaking getting their Greg Gang memberships here. 3UP collects, dude. Thank you. Welcome to the Greg Gang. Much appreciated. Much appreciated, you guys. Yeah, the Phoenix Resale app looks like it's much better if you're actually doing reselling on the Amazon side, on the bulk side, on the like the way I participate in this hobby, the way I resell and stuff, the app that he's making simply isn't for me. Wait time with WATA, I think, is about 60 days, Sebastian, on low tier.
Fair warning.
You agree about CIB collecting fully? Otherwise, how does the hobby continue? Exactly, Billy, exactly. Eventually, sealed will basically run out. So CIB will have to be the, like, what kind of keeps the hobby bolstered. Retro collecting... If we expect everyone who collects retro to be a sealed collector, it simply won't happen. It just will not happen. So,
$32.
Exactly. You can get CIB for 20-30% of the cost of the same grade. Yeah, it's a lot more. CIB is simply a lot more accessible for everyone. And a lot of people, you know, I don't think it's ever going to go away that a lot of people do like purchasing games to play them. You know, it's literally the meme of the hobby is games are meant to be played. So, with the quick run by, CIBs have been heavily populated on some major games while sealed is just ticking upwards. Still not enough data across all platforms and companies yet. Yeah, I assume CIB HW probably took a big jump on this pop report. Especially, yeah, like a lot of the Marios on N64, NES, Super Nintendo games, the RPGs. I assume a lot of those CIBs were sent in. That's where we were seeing a lot of the value, too, over the past 6 months. So I do assume CIB took a big jump, especially compared to sealed numbers.
Next lot.
You look forward to seeing that. Living in Japan, stuff always stays cheap for you in your area. Same goes for cards, so if prices go up on JP games, you're happy. Yeah, living in Japan, you have such an advantage, man. I'm curious if you do buy up any stuff and like sell it overseas. From what I've heard, a lot of the Japanese people who actually live in Japan will just take advantage of the arbitrage. Buy something in Japan for 20 bucks and sell it to some American for 80, you know what I mean? A lot of arbitrage opportunity there. You really enjoyed my Yu-Gi-Oh video, especially with the card knowledge. Let's go. You're a huge TCG collector, raw and graded. You hope you have more videos like that. Really well researched. Let's go, man. That's huge. I don't make a lot of card videos, unfortunately, just because, like, the bulk of my audience does not care about TCG. I'm still buying Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm still buying Pokemon, buy, sell, collect, all that stuff. But yeah, I don't make a lot of TCG content because, you know, the bulk of my audience is video games. The app is called One Up, I think, Mickey Bones. If you go to, Phoenix Resale has been talking it on his side channel called Renix P Sale. That's where you can get all the information about his new app. I think it's called One Up, and it's an app essentially where you can scan barcodes, and it'll bring up like Amazon sales data, average eBay sales data. 5 gifted from Comac. Let's go, dude. Let's go, Comac. Feed the gods. Second time viewing, just got sniped by a gifted. Jacob R, Billy Bandit, Misanthropic Deuce, and Amy Carrero. Let's go, Comac. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. Would I rather be a CIB or sealed? I would, like, I enjoy sealed more, Feed the gods, but like a lot of my collection is still CIB. Like, I have a ton of CIB games as well. A lot of stuff you simply can't get sealed. It's like original Mario. I just made a video talking about the eBay auction. It sold for $11,000. Like, I have a CIB copy. I'm pretty happy with it. You know what I mean? This was Electronic Gaming Monthly, Volume 1, Number 2. Selling for $240 actually in a 7.5 there. Like, not too shabby. $240 for these CIBs. $192 there for the Indie Heat, Nigel, Formula, Rad Racer, Monster Truck Rally. Joe Kane, I think you said you bought the... Ooh, I can't remember now. You said you bought one of the lots. You wanted my opinion on it, I saw, but I didn't answer. What the heck did you buy? The Fist of the North Star lot. You paid $180 for it. I don't know enough off the top of my head anymore about the value of these games.
Fair warning.
I know Magician and Fist of the North Star have some value. Like, 8 Eyes I don't think is worth very much at all. So it just depends if Magician and Fist are worth like 140 between the two of them. And I just don't know anymore if they are. Not off the top of my head anyway. $240 for the EGM number 1, volume 2. Here's EGM volume $60. EGM number 36, 8.5 there. Pushing its way up to, oh my god, EGM is getting some love here.
Fair warning.
This is getting some love. Pushing up to almost $200. EGM number 36 with Batman Returns on the cover. $180. That is 100% competing with Nintendo Power prices right there. Color me surprised. Color me surprised. Wow. Okay. EGM, what is this? 2 more EGM magazines, a 5.0 and a 6.5. Number 13 and number 17 there.
$70. $75.
30 days for the low tier on WATA now. Wow, they actually ship faster than CGC this last time around. Nice. If anything, the new report literally cemented the fact that DS Sealed just isn't out there. I mean, is it that DS Sealed isn't out there, or no one's sending in Sealed DS? Because, like, I would lean more towards no one is sending it in yet. Because as I said, there aren't a lot of Switch games being sent in either. And obviously Switch is out there. I think DS is still in that spot where it's just not that popular for people to be grading DS games. DS just needs more excitement, more pump. It's like if the 3DS pop report was published, I assume it would be very small. I don't assume many people have sent in 3DS yet. Because why would you? You know what I mean? Your video inspired me. You're gonna wait, but you're gonna submit your Chrono Trigger to CGC. Hopefully it won't get rejected as well, but it's hard to tell with an all-white box. Yes, dude. If you have an unopened one, Bogo, like, I wish you the best of luck, man. I wish you the best of luck. Trying to find stuff on Buy-E is an exercise in patience, yes, and gambling.
Next lot.
And that's why, you know, we go into those Japanese showcase auctions. You see premiums get paid for this stuff, but, like, if you want to try and find this stuff yourself, you have to put up with the gambling. You have to put up with the searching. Like, there is no unopened JapaneseGames.com.
Fair warning.
Like, you got to be in the thick of the shit there and taking your best shot, so... new pop report analysis video, sup yo, probably in a week, maybe a week, something like that. There's a lot of data that has to be crunched, and then I have to, like, make it presentable, you know what I mean? So, and then it depends if there's anything to say, which I guess maybe the video will just be that there's not much to say, but probably a week, I would assume. That's what you were expecting? Should stabilize those absurd prices on CIB stuff, especially when CGC comes out with theirs? I agree. You've been doing it for years. You were the guy commented before about the Chrono Trigger card thing. CIB Chrono Trigger in Japan has always been 800 yen, and the cards sell easy 10x that. Oof.
$100.
Oof. Yeah, that's huge. That is huge. You're taking advantage then, man. That's big. You are taking advantage. How major of defects would make a new game a 9.4 over, say, a 9.6 at CGC? You recently sent stuff in, and one you thought would get a 9.6 got a 9.4. Generally, Frank, it would be like kind of a, like something pretty blatant. You'd have to see an indent on the cover art, or like pressing marks on the cover art. A 9.4 on a newer gen game, like it's pretty obvious, to be honest, because a lot of the time 9.6, 9.8, you know, you can be like, like maybe you'll get this, maybe you'll get that. If you got a 9.4, there's probably something pretty obvious, an obvious indent, an obvious line, something that actually affected the cover art or the you know, affected the case itself.
$130. $140.
What might be a good price for a sticker sealed DMG-01 Game Boy with Tetris in near mint condition? Kind of depends which a sticker seal. Are you European, Sebastian? If you're talking about sticker sealed, I'm thinking you might be talking about like a PAL system. I'm not sure if North American ones have a sticker seal. Magazines here are what's selling. That's why I haven't been mentioning it, but two more EGMs went for 99 bucks. Another lot of two went for 124 there. $84 for these two. These are top score. EGM magazine still, sorry. More Game Informer magazines.
They say the camera adds 10 pounds when it's set in kg.
Joe Kane, 14 freaking months, dude. Let's go. On the road to 2 years. US DMG-01. Why aren't I familiar with a sticker sealed one?
$70.
Can anyone help confirm this or tell me what I'm missing? A sticker sealed Game Boy? A US DMG-01. Sticker sealed Tetris Game Boy. I thought every Tetris bundle Game Boy was factory sealed. Am I mistaken? I'm not a huge Game Boy collector, so this is why I'm not 100%. Yeah, I know what kind you mean, Sebastian, with a hinge sticker. Like, in theory, I know what you mean, but I don't also, like, you know what I mean? I also feel like it shouldn't exist.
Fair warning.
Are you in the Discord, Sebastian? There's a link to the Discord in the description. If you want to post pictures of it in the Discord, I can help you out a lot more. But pictures would help a lot in this case. Just because I don't 100% know what you're talking about.
$46.
And Super Nintendo is about to start right away here. Magazines are coming to a close. I know, everyone's heartbroken. Nintendo Power number 1, 5.5 for $264. Nintendo Power number 2, 5.0 for $73. Nintendo Power number 107. NBA courtside Kobe Bryant, baby. 7.5 on this one.
$55.
Yo, Decaps, welcome, dude. When will Tim help you with data on Japanese stonks? Well, Elijah, another thing with the pop report that just got released. There are no international pop reports yet. So we didn't get the 3DS, PS4, PS5, PSP. We didn't get any of those consoles yet on the pop report. And we didn't get any international stuff. I'm incredibly underwhelmed, to be completely honest, by the new pop report update. Incredibly underwhelmed.
Next lot.
It had been 6 freaking months since we got the last one. And they didn't add any of the most important, most anticipated, like, I don't want to say the pop report update is a waste of time. Obviously, 6 months, it's great to get this new data, but like, we didn't get the shit we actually need.
Fair warning.
Why Dolem? Welcome in, man. E Dolem? Why Dolem? Why Dolem? Welcome, welcome. Just in time for Super Nintendo, starting off with Rocky, Bullwinkle, and Friends, 9.2A. There are only 2 on the WATA June pop report. So now we can finally stop saying stuff like that. Like, you know, that's a good thing. We can stop quoting the June pop report. So $456 for Rocky and Bullwinkle. Into Bubsy 2, 8.5B plus, 3 copies on the June pop report. Yeah, like that's huge, right? We got the new update. It gives us 6 months of data so we can stop quoting bad numbers, old numbers, but...
$7, $9.
Oh, it's melody backwards. $16. That makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense.
$18, $20, $22.
That makes a lot more sense. Which channel? Go to like show off your stuff. Go in there, Sebastian. Yeah, there are a lot of channels.
Fair warning.
I won't be mad if you post anywhere, but go into like show off your stuff would be a perfect place for it.
$34.
College football 97 there went for $49. Dubsy 2 went for $288. Cool Spot is a 6.5 B plus. Yeah, fading on the front of the box there. I saw that immediately. So fading, if you don't know, will kind of destroy you. Don't put your stuff in the sun. If there's natural sunlight on your stuff, move it. You will destroy your games by sunlight.
$90.
Yeah, anything below 9.6A plus is kind of bad for a modern game. I agree. Yeah, WATA 9.4A plus for Xbox One, dude. It's you know, it's crazy because with that, like a 9.4A plus on Xbox One is absolutely going to be below average. Like that is a below average graded game for Xbox One. I might have the actual data here quick that I can give you from the June one just to show you like how high the modern consoles lean. Because they lean insanely high for averages. Just 1 second here. So we got Xbox, Xbox 360. We'll go to Wii U. Wii U is pretty good. Go to the June 2023. Yeah, so with June here, right? This is June Wii U. So Wii U is what, like 20... I don't even... When did the Wii U come out? I don't even know now. But it's older than Xbox One. And you can see that... This is the distribution of grades right here. So 24.5% are getting 9.4. 56%, 57% are 9.6 or better. So even with Wii U, if you have a 9.4, you are very, very slightly below the weighted average on a Wii U game, 9.4.
Next lot.
9.6A plus is the single most common grade on Wii U. So... 9.4A plus being the second most common. So, like, it's not that 9.4A plus is a bad game. Like, it's going to be, relatively speaking, quite nice. But if you're talking against everything, it is not... You know what I mean? If you're being objective about it, it's just not that nice of a grade for a modern game. The Flintstones, 7.0A plus there, went for 360. Doom was an 8.5A for 360.
108.
I'm about so send 20 plus games for grading, didn't do it for 2 years. What should be my go-to company in 2024, WATA or VGA, if that's even still the name? Sneering face.
Next lot.
Melody for the 5.
$24.
Thank you very much. That's huge. The only thing there, Melody, is like you say WATA or VGA. The biggest issue with VGA right now is if you send in your games, it's $90 per game. So WATA is going to be $50 per game. CGC is going to be like 45-ish.
$42.
You know, if the choice is between WATA or VGA right now, I can't really recommend you spend almost 2 times the money to send to VGA. I just, like, I can't recommend you do that.
Fair warning.
So, if those are your 2 options, just based on price alone, I would have to suggest WATA games.
$65.
It's just too damn expensive to send stuff to VGA right now. The Ignition Factor was a 6.0B plus for $71. Into Jim Power in the Lost Dimension, 8.5A. Like I said, Super Nintendo definitely has the best selection tonight. Best selection of stuff right now for Super Nintendo at the Heritage Auctions. Retro Game Rescue, you snagged the Doom. Nice, man. Sent me a picture of the Nintendo sticker the guy's talking about on the DMG.
Fair warning.
Yeah, my boxes should be like Greg and never see the sun. Yeah, I'm a nice iridescent white there, Blue Smoke. This takes time to develop. You don't get this milky white skin by going out in the sun, pal.
Warning. Next lot. $34.
You remember the promise for
$38.
live pop reports? Yes, exactly. Yes, man. Vindio. See, that's another thing I thought that was coming because WATA Games has promised dynamic live pop reports. So I really thought with this update, like we were going to be stepping into the direction of getting live pop reports. Actually dynamic pop reports. Updated weekly pop reports. You know what I mean?
Fair warning.
So it's bottom tier for a modern game. You couldn't find other copies of the game. It's PC, TBH. You do have WATA 9.6A Plus Master Chief Collection. What's the game that you have the 9.4 on? Feed the gods. I'm just curious. Did you buy it yourself? Grade it yourself? You do take advantage, but even selling locally, the margins are huge. Shops here in Japan have different prices. One shop can have a game for 800 yen and another for 5k yen. It's not required for you to sell overseas. Man, that is awesome. Take advantage while you can, PDGY, because eventually that will have to stop. Like, eventually, you know?
Next lot.
That's crazy, man. Yes, in the Discord, the guy put up pictures. Let's take a peek here. A Tetris DMG 01, sticker sealed. My guess is that it's going to be the Nintendo not for resale white sticker. Is my best guess. What do we got here?
$140.
Yeah, so it's this sticker here. Interesting.
$160, $180, $200.
Zoom out a little bit. So this sticker right here. Oh my god. Can we just get it to stay? You guys probably can't even see it. I'm probably blocking it. Yeah, chat's blocking it. Oh my gosh. Oh my, there. Now, can you see it now? There it is. The sticker there on the right hand side is the seal on this Game Boy. Now I don't know if that's you know, factory sealed versus sticker sealed. I don't know. I need to look at other sales data in order to give a good answer. Someone might know off the top of their head what it looks like. It looks like you have some corner damage up here. So probably at best, we're talking about a VGA 85 right here, I would assume, just based on this corner picture alone.
Fair warning.
Maybe $1,500, but someone might know better off the top of their head. Otherwise, I can get you a better answer after the stream. Metal Combat, $264 there. Falcon's Revenge, NHL 96, $104. Nobunaga's Ambition was a 9.4A plus for $360. Here is Power Rangers Zeo Battle Racers, 7.0B plus. Pushing its way up over 150 still, despite the condition. What's considered a modern game? For myself, I call it anything Xbox 360, Nintendo Wii, and newer. That's my own cut line. It's going to be somewhere around there for most people. You could consider PS2 the cut line for modern, but I think Xbox 360.
$30.
Do I think VGA doesn't post their pop reports because all the custom jobs they do? You're sure it's a nightmare to list out everything? Maybe that's part of it. I mean, that has been part of it, Billy. I think they did actually put out a statement saying that they were going through all their data, going through all their variants, like making sure everything was perfect. I don't know if they didn't have like good data or good variant tracking for the first, you know, they started in 2008. So nothing against VGA.
Fair warning.
Back in 2008, the amount of knowledge, like the collective knowledge of the community back then was pretty shitty. So a lot of variants weren't even discovered back when VGA was doing this stuff.
Next lot.
Like, especially if we're talking about black box games or really early nuanced stuff. A lot of that stuff wasn't concrete yet.
$9.
So, undoubtedly, a lot of their pop report data is probably going to be like,
30,
you know, it might not be perfect
$42.
anyway. But I really hope that they do still get them out, even if it's not a perfect data set, you know?
Fair warning.
I would still rather know that they've graded X amount
Next
copies
lot.
of a game, even if it's not perfect about how many are this variant versus that variant. And yeah, of course, when there's like, when there's PC games, international games, all this different stuff, like, yeah, it's going to take time, but I mean, I can't keep beating the, you know, broken record. They've had time. They've had time. So, Road Riot, four-wheel drive there, 7.5A, one for 69. This Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 shot up very quickly. It's a 5.5B. This must have been the first time at Heritage, hey? Only copy on the June Pop Report. Yeah, so 5.5B for 336 bucks. That is a low-grade copy there, still bringing in over 300. Damn. Sim City 7.5A plus.
$5, $110, $120, $130, $140, $150.
So kind of crazy
Fair
there.
warning. Next lot. $360.
Kind of crazy. I don't know how you actually like outright ban someone. I don't have like ban. I don't have ban. Oh, hide user. There we go. Took me forever to find that. Okay, there. Sonic Blastman is a 7.5A plus. SimCity 7.5A plus for $169.
$50.
Sonic Blastman is another one. Only 5 on the pop report. People actually like this game. It's always had like some value. I don't know if it's good or just rare. I'm not sure, but 7.5A plus here, pushing up over 600 bucks.
Next lot. $50.
You're more pale than me? I don't know, man. Maybe.
$60.
You remember CGC promising Pops would be published and updated as of day one? Yes. Yes, and you know, there would be a lot more pressure on CGC to release their Pop reports if Gamer Stonks didn't do it for us. So completely free. We're talking about Pop reports. If you just go to gamerstonks.com, you can go to population reports and you can view CGC Pop reports completely free. You don't need to, I think you might need to make an account. That's
Fair
it.
warning.
You might need to make an account. And then after that, you are good. But if you just go to gamerstonks.com, click on whatever console you want, we can go N64, just go over to CGC, and like, you can go ahead and see the Pop reports. If that didn't exist, there'd be a lot more pressure on CGC as well. A lot more pressure. High impact football here, 9.6A plus, super high impact, sorry. Highest grade out of just 3 on the Pop report, pushing its way up over $400. Star Trek Next Generation, 159. Or Star Trek Next Generation, 8.5B for 159.
Fair warning.
That Game Boy is probably worth 3,000 at least. Oof, really? I didn't realize they were that darn expensive.
$44.
That's why I wanted someone else to give a little off the top of their head.
$75.
Because that's a lot better than, I think I said 1,500, so. Yeah, if it's up to 300 or so, that's crazy. That's crazy. That is nuts.
$95.
Oh, you love to see it.
$100.
You love to see it.
$110.
War 3010 is also another, the 7 on the Pop report, 9.2B plus here, pushing up.
$30.
Do you think VGA grades reseals by mistake? I think all of the companies have, unfortunately, Pokerface. I think all of the companies have probably graded a certain number of reseals, a certain number of reproductions. Like, it's pretty inevitable, especially, like I said, with going with VGA, like, starting back in 2008, a lot of the stuff is going to be, like, they just didn't know as much about reproductions or as much about reseals.
Fair warning.
You know what I mean? Like, that was in the time of, like, like Nintendo DS reproductions. Now we know them quite well, right? We know the Skinny E, we know about the strips, we know like DS reproductions by now, like we all know a lot about them. At the time though, those were just coming out. Those were just brand new, so especially stuff like that, I do expect some to have been graded by VGA. 100%.
Fair warning.
Any surprises on the new pop? I don't know yet,
Next
Mike.
lot.
I don't know yet. I haven't had a lot of time yet to dig through the pop reports myself, so I was hoping that if you guys saw anything with the pop reports, please put it out there. Let me know what you've seen with them. I'm definitely curious. Definitely curious to see if you guys have seen anything.
Fair warning.
You got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War 9.48 plus. You play that Call of Duty in the Master Chief Collection mainly. Obviously, if you see higher grade for your Black Ops Cold War, nice. Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. Maybe you can upgrade eventually if you care, but like, if it's your personal collection, like, you know, you have one, it looks great. Doesn't really matter. Pocket Bomberman foil there, 9.28 plus, going for $336, and Buzz Lightyear. Those are only 2 Game Boy games today.
$40.
Kobe Bryant courtside, 8.08 plus.
Fair warning.
Is this the weakest weekly yet? I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
$44.
Like I said, Chokeslam, at the very top of the auction here, only 106 games this week. Certainly one of the smallest weeklies we've had in a long time. In a long time. So, kind of crazy.
$75.
Group lot of 11 strategy guides. The Madden NFL 99 here sold for $71. That's 9.4 A++. Basically a case fresh copy of the game there, 71 bucks. This is 11 strategy guides. Pretty darn cool. We've been seeing a lot of these bigger lots of strategy guides in the weeklies as well over the past few weeks. Someone must have dumped their collection, right? That's the only thing that would make sense to me. Someone must have consigned like a large collection of stuff. Magazines, NES games, Super Nintendo factory sealed. Like, I don't know if it's all one person, but there's been a lot of this stuff lately. Any information if WATA will grade PC big box in the near future? I would not hope on it, Sebastian. I would say the odds are almost zero. Like, I wouldn't expect them to grade PC big box for at least another year. They might never do it. But like, I would say there's zero chance they do it in 2024. Zero chance.
Fair warning.
They might never do it. I would probably put more money on them never doing it than doing it soon.
$90.
Yo, JE3 Photography. When's the next podcast episode dropping? This Friday. Unfortunately, last Friday, Jeremy did get sick, so we didn't have a chance to record. We actually come to my house to do the recording, so Jeremy was sick. We weren't able to get an episode up, but this Friday, he should be coming over tomorrow or the next day, and we can get our recording done. Glad to hear you're liking the podcast. If you're into podcasts, Greg's Weekend Rental exists on most major podcast platforms.
Next lot.
I'd grab you a link, but, you know, maybe I can grab a link quick. We can put a link quick. Where do I have it? Where's the link? Is there a link? Maybe I don't have a link. Oh, here it is. Nice. Nice, we got a link. Check out the new podcast. It's fantastic. Even more Greg yapping at you for an hour. Pokemon Black 2 9.68 plus Canadian version went for $264. Smash Melee was a 9.6 B plus bestseller, and it actually still brought in $360. Kind of surprised to see that. You know, like, bestseller is absolutely not still a Black Label copy. Obviously, it's not player's choice, but like, this is still basically a player's choice copy. So $360 for that still. Pokemon Ultra Sun was a 9.88 plus second print. If you guys don't know, 3DS, Pokemon Ultra Sun, I think Alpha Sapphire, Omega Ruby, they all have second prints. So keep an eye on that. 9.88 plus second print for $100.
$80.
Yeah, $264 for a Canadian one. Is that a lot? It didn't feel like a lot to me, Bogo. Doesn't Black 2 sell for quite a bit? Isn't this like one of the more expensive ones? I thought.
Fair warning.
Ghostbusters 9.48 for $49. Mario Galaxy is a 9.4A for $114. Super Paper Mario 9.68 plus. Yeah, see, paper, like, so Sebastian, you just asked, is
Fair
Player's
warning.
Choice always the last release?
$44.
Yes and no. Because, like, for a lot of games, there won't be a Player's Choice
$60.
release, but it will. Like, this Paper Mario is a third print right here. Right? If you just look at this, like, you'll have no idea this is a third print
Fair
game.
warning.
But if you go to the back of the game, right, and you, like, zoom in on this stuff here, you can
Next
see
lot.
that after these numbers, there's a C right there.
$14.
So that's like, you know, A, B, C,
20,
third
30,
revision.
30,
And if you go over here, you can also see the 2, which, like, 0, 1, 2 in this last digit is also indicative of revision. So it's not always super obvious, like, oh, that's Player's Choice, so that's a bad copy. Like, this
Fair
is
warning.
also a very late print of the game here. At least 2 prints after the initial
$42.
release, right? So it's not always super obvious. It's same with this Smash Bros. Brawl here. This is a third print Canadian
warning.
copy. Does Brawl have a Nintendo Selects copy? I'm not sure. It probably does, right? But if you just look at this, you're not going to know that this is a late print copy unless you know what you're actually looking
Fair
at.
warning.
So it's not always just as easy as, you know, Player's
Next
Choice.
lot. $48.
And Teleport with another gifted membership, dude. Thank you very much. Going to Matt Vowels this time. Welcome to the Greg Gang.
$55. $65.
Welcome. Why can't I paste this message?
$75.
That's annoying. Why can't I pin? I can't pin my own message anymore, it seems. It's very annoying. Splatoon is a 9.68 plus here. Should be a first print of Splatoon. I know I got you guys all worried now talking about these second and third prints. Do I think the Canadian version of Smash Ultimate will be more collectible than the first revision? No. I don't think the Canadian version of anything will be more collectible than the first USA print. Or do you mean more collectible than a second print? If you mean Canadian versus second print, I would still probably take a USA second print.
Next lot. $130.
Canadian copies, man. They're just like such a black sheep right now, and I just don't know if that's gonna change. I would probably take a second print USA still.
$110.
Gamer Stonks is on sale for $10 for everyone for a limited time. Also, Greg is a weakling.
Gamer Stonks is on sale for $10 for a limited time? You're telling me I can get all the value of GamerStonks.com for only $10 a month? Including all of the CGC Pop Report data and auction comps across all major auction houses for only $10 a month? That's crazy.
$180.
FIFA International
You've been
Soccer here,
outbid.
9.4A plus. Looking for 216 on it. I'll do one more bid. I'll do one more bid. That's it. I'm out.
You've been
I'm
outbid.
out. I almost had it there. I almost had it. But we'll let someone else go with FIFA here. I don't know. It's probably cheap, but
Next lot.
whatever. $134 for Splatoon, 9.68 plus. Action 52, 8.5. Action 52 on Genesis for $150. That is crazy. That is crazy cheap. My gosh. My gosh. Frank Thomas, Big Hurt Baseball, 9.4B plus.
$5. $6.
Black Label 9.48 plus Smash Melee sold last Sunday on eBay for $2,200. Oh my god. A 9.4A plus Smash Melee for $2,200 on eBay. Oh man, Elijah.
Fair warning.
I still need a copy of Melee. I can't believe it's that
$9.
expensive still.
$10.
Holy smokes. That's crazy. You bought a first print Mario Kart 8 Wii U for $28. You're pretty sure the condition looks
Fair
like a
warning.
mint? Oh man, that's a great deal, Kevin. It's a great deal. Great. Any factory, if you could buy any factory sealed first party Wii U game in mint condition for $30, it's a good deal. That's it. Like any first party mint factory sealed Wii U game for $30, I would say is a nice deal.
Next lot.
Oh, FIFA actually doesn't have a ton on the Pop Report, Mike. I think we're getting spoiled. Like, I think once these FIFAs stop selling, we're never going to see them again.
$620.
I think it's like a pop 70. Yeah, there's 62 of them, Mike. So I don't know if you would consider that a lot. But like, once Heritage runs out of them, we're not going to see it again.
Fair warning.
Put it that way. That's why every time we see it in the weekly there, I chuck a bid at it. You know what I mean? Because like, eventually, we are going to stop seeing FIFA. It will happen. Just like it happened with frickin' Halo 4. You guys all doubted it. You guys, you know, everyone was sitting there saying, oh, there's an infinite supply of Halo 4. Oh, you're buying Halo 4? What an idiot. Well, guess what? Guess what? There's no more Halo 4. There's no more Halo 4. You can't have one. You don't get one. So, eventually, the same thing's going to happen with FIFA. Now, that doesn't necessarily translate to the price increasing or people wanting it or anything. But eventually, you won't be able to get it. So.
Fair warning.
Greg being Canadian will single-handedly pump the Canadian version market? Man, even this Canadian doesn't want Canadian copies, Bogo.
Fair warning.
Even I try to avoid Canadian copies.
$10.
It's just, you just lose so much appeal. You lose so much appeal. Mass appeal goes down by a lot. Yeah, buy Grabthar's hammer. What savings on Gamer Stonks? Yes. Wow, I cannot believe those savings. That's crazy.
Next lot.
Yeah, Bob, I don't know. My TTS is absolutely mucked right now, dude. I didn't realize it was mucked, but it is mucked. So hopefully by tomorrow, next time I go live, it should be fixed, I assume.
Fair warning.
But yeah, TTS is it's going through one right now. This is Duel Masters.
$100.
Some of you guys surely remember Duel Masters from back during, I think, Yu-Gi-Oh days. I think kind of a spin-off of Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic. I was kind of cool. I owned this game for PS2. 9.88++ here. Duel Masters was very short-lived though. Like, it just didn't. It wasn't able to capture the magic, the hype, you know what I mean? Yo, Zachary Wilder, welcome.
$46.
Welcome, dude.
$50.
Yeah, Duel Masters, like, it just,
60,
I don't know, it was cool, but it didn't ever become anything for me anyway. Now, we ignore that part, Tim. We ignore that part. We only support bros in this channel. We are bros supporting bros. I can't be reading out those messages.
$24, $28.
EverQuest Online Adventures 9.68+ for 104. Duel Masters did go for 129. Flatout 9.68+. First time at Heritage actually on Flatout. This was a really cool game at its time. I'm sure some of you guys remember how cool Flatout was. You gotta shout out your fanboying hard right now. Zachary Wilder, like, wow, welcome. Welcome in, dude. Welcome to the live. I appreciate you, man. Flatout goes for $63. Any game with the shiny hollow cover art is a buy. I'm pretty sure this Duel Masters even includes a pack of cards inside.
$170.
Oh, maybe it doesn't. Is there a limited edition? There must be. For some reason, I thought every single copy included cards, but it looks like maybe only a limited edition or something does. Doesn't look like there's cards inside. What a ripoff. You could have bought this game for $100, cracked it open, and opened the cards. Do Duel Masters cards have any value? I guess that's the real question. Are there expensive Duel Masters cards, or is it truly just like no one cares, it's dead? Grand Theft Auto 3 was an early production copy, 9.28 for $228. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is also an early production copy here, 9.48+. Looking for $150.
You've been outbid.
Bid at that. Oh, now there's someone. Now there's some bidding, pushing it up to $200. San Andreas is just really cool.
$180.
Pushing it way up over 200 now. I'm probably out. I'm out. But it was definitely worth tossing a bid at.
$190.
What's the best market after US? JP? Yep. Yeah, probably US, JP, Canadian, PAL. PAL and Canada are very close.
Next lot.
But yeah, probably, like, it depends though, because like some JP stuff, doesn't it all translate to value, Melody? Like if you buy a game, you know, an American copy, and then you're like, oh, I'll just buy a JP copy instead. a lot of Japanese copies are way, way, way cheaper.
Fair warning.
So it kind of depends. Like, it's like USA is like way up here, and like everything else is, you know, as far down as you can be. Everything else fights
Fair
over
warning.
second place.
Next lot.
You remember it during the time? Yeah,
$1.
Bakugan, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Exactly. Duel Masters just tried to poke its head in there. San Andreas ends at 216. Vice City, 9.4B plus for 139. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood
$4.
Prince, a Canadian copy. You love to see it. I'll give you guys some French flavor here.
Fair warning.
Harry Potter et le Prince de la Sang-Mel. Oh, fantastic.
Next
Fantastic. You'll love to see it. 7.08 plus closes at $32. This is 9.8A Rainbow Foil Kingdom Hearts 2. I don't know if the Rainbow Foil came before Silver Foil, but it looks a hell of a lot nicer. So, I think it's the more desirable copy. 9.8A here, pushing up to almost 200 bucks. Ah, might push over 200. We just got a cut bid from someone. Looking for 192.
Fair warning.
There's a variant that does. Ah, sucks.
$70. $180.
Duel Masters exists for modern teleport? Is that are you telling me? Are you telling me Duel Masters still exists?
Fair warning.
Were you smart on buying a 9.2 CGC graded Asteroids unopened type non-seal?
$2.
Stop telling people about modern print codes. It's ruining my hustle. Also that you can read all about game variants over at FTP Games, the coolest nerd blog that everyone was.
Oh, good thing that message came through loud and clear, Inazuma. A good $9.99 spent on a completely legible message there.
Next lot.
Much appreciated, Inazuma.
$2.
What he's saying is that he
$4,
runs a blog
$6,
called A Few
$10.
Games, where he actually talks about very deep knowledge of collecting and variants and stuff.
Fair warning.
And what I was talking about there with the identifying print runs on Nintendo games is something that he has talked about in one of his essays on his website that he does. So I linked that in chat there. It's called afewgames.com. You can go in there. You can read through everything he's done. It's just, you know, really deep analysis or variant information on games that he gives a shit about. So, kind of crazy, kind of interesting. Information like this isn't really published anywhere, so just another niche resource that exists out there, you know, in a place.
Fair warning.
It sucks that this hobby still doesn't have like a be-all, end-all, catch-all one place. You know what I mean? This hobby does not have one place. All the information is just spread out everywhere. So, how much did you pay for the Asteroid, Zach? That's kind of the biggest question. Like, Asteroids for 2600, I don't believe is rare. I think it's one of the case fresh games or games that has new old stock that exists, so it kind of just depends how much you paid for it. Like, ideally it was 150 bucks. In my head, that's kind of, you know, where it should be.
Fair warning.
The Genesis Pop Report basically hasn't moved. I'm not surprised at all to hear that, Chokeslam. Not surprised at all to hear that. Mega Man X8 was an 8.5A UPC punch for $99. Nano Breaker is a frickin' 9.8A plus. For anyone interested in this game here. $199.99. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh boy. Oh Zachary. Oh boy. Oh.
$9, $12, $16, $20, $24.
You might be Leo. Okay. Nah, it's a lot of money.
Warning.
$199.99 is a lot of money.
$28.
Because, like, in general, you know, 9.2, 124, 9.2, 109, 9.4, 139, like, 9.4, 149, 9.68 plus for almost 210. Like, you probably just could have got a higher grade copy for $199. Yeah, you probably could have got yourself a 9.4.
Fair warning.
But it's not awful. You know what I mean? It's not awful, it's just not optimal. Fuck! I meant to place a bid on this Tom Brady. I would have tossed a bid at Tom there. $57 for NFL Game Day. I'm busy telling Zach he frickin' paid too much for an asteroids, and instead I should be tossing a bid at frickin' Game Day. I tell ya. Nano Breaker went for $84. Pirates Legends of the Black Buccaneer went for $35. Red Faction 2, 9.68 plus. I think Red Faction was kind of a big game. I think. It stands out in my mind as a game that people actually like a lot of people played Red Faction. Maybe I'm mistaken, but which print is worth more rare for CIB? A CIB first print Yoshi's Story or a CIB Player's Choice?
$120.
It might be harder to find a Player's Choice copy of Yoshi's Story, but no one cares. If that answers your question.
Fair warning. $130.
Like it, you know, CIB Player's Choice Yoshi's Story probably is less common, but like
$40.
no one cares. It's a very niche collector crowd going after like greatest hits, Player's Choice, stuff like that.
Fair warning.
Accidentally buying a Canadian copy is like mistaking Skittles and M&Ms. Duel Masters is one of the largest card games in Japan still. What? That's crazy, Tachibana. Duel Masters is one of the largest card games in Japan. That is crazy.
$10.
Star Wars Battlefront 9.68 plus. Nice copy of Battlefront there, going for $169. Stolen 9.48 plus.
Fair warning. Next lot.
Any plans to consign any of my games with Heritage this year? Yes, Steve. I have a couple. I'm probably going to have a decent amount of games going into the Japanese auction in April.
Fair warning.
And then I'll probably have some stuff sporadically throughout the year as well. I will be sending some stuff to Heritage this year, for sure. You already broke your New Year's resolution. You bought raw copies of Metroid Prime and Fable on eBay. What was your resolution, Bob? Not to buy any more video games this year?
$20.
Triggerman goes for $59. Here's Victorious Boxers, Ippo's Road to Glory.
$22.
This is based on Hajime no Ippo. For the weebs out there. Anime, Japanese boxing.
$24.
It's kind of crazy
You've
that
been outbid.
Hajime got a frickin' video game, to be completely honest.
$26.
9.6A on it, not the highest grade in the world, but like we're talking about 50, 60 bucks here. So I'll toss a few bids at Victorious Boxers. Decaps, we're working on it.
Fair warning.
We're working on it, decaps.
$32.
You've been outbid.
Kaijudo was a failed attempt at bringing it back like 10 years later. Interesting.
Fair warning.
Toss one.
$34.
Me and one other person here who actually give a shit about Hajime. Kind of annoying.
Fair warning.
Yeah, exactly. Your dono message came through
You've been
beautifully,
outbid.
Inazuma. Beautifully. Do one more bid here. You wish your biceps were the size of yours. I got single shooters, you got Tommy. See, I can read that message out loud. That's a message I can read out loud right there, Tim.
$42. $44.
You've been outbid.
Literally me and one other person here just bleeding the clock on Victorious Boxers. One more bid.
$50.
All right, I'm out.
You've been outbid.
I think there's one other person, actually. I think there's three of us. Yeah, there is.
$60.
Oh, now they're fighting. Now they're tossing down real money. $5 increments now. Looking for $89.
$65.
Oh, we're pushing up to 94 bucks. Yeah, is there a Player's Choice Yoshi's? I don't know, Supyo. I just trusted them. Good old Pirates on PS2. I remember when my dad went to Hollywood Video and rented the porno of Pirates of the Caribbean instead of the actual movie. What? What?
$85.
They sold that at Hollywood Video? What kind of store was Hollywood Video? I thought it was like a Blockbuster. Like what? All right, that's learn something new every day.
$170. $180.
This is 48 strategy guides here. If you're wondering why this is getting pushed up over $200, 48 strategy guides. Pretty crazy.
$260.
Any market for Vita games? You haven't seen anything on Heritage yet, and you have 9.8 and Uncharted Golden Abyss. There's like kind of a market, but like kind of not, Brandon. Vita is pretty niche as far as sealed and graded collecting goes. Uncharted on Vita is definitely a good one to have.
$8.
But,
$10,
you know, it's pretty niche overall.
$20, $24. $26.
Red Faction was a cool game with a following, not so much anymore.
$32, $34, $36, $38.
You've never accidentally bought a Canadian version, but you have accidentally bought a world copy, UAE, which hurt. Yeah, that hurts more than... Man, yeah, UAE and Canadian, like what hurts more? That's a good question there.
Fair warning.
You were supposed to stop buying raw copies as a New Year's resolution. Aw, Bob. You can't stop buying raw, man.
26,
raw copies are the gamble, and we love the gamble. We live for the gamble. If you stop gambling, you might as well just stop living. So, you can't just stop buying raw copies. Can't do that.
Fair warning.
Not allowed. If you're gonna hang out in this channel, we need to gamble. You need to gamble on raw copies, damn it.
$42.
You must give in to the degen lifestyle.
$44, $46, $48.
Am I a fan of Halo? Yes. Feed the Gods. I was a big fan of Halo 1, 2, 3, and Reach. And then I played only multiplayer for Halo 4, Halo 5, and Halo Infinite. I played Halo Infinite multiplayer for like, I don't know, a year and a half. Something like that. So yeah, I'm a fan of Halo, for sure. I have a graded Master Chief collection as well on 360, Xbox One, one of the whatever consoles it on. I want to get more graded Halo games in my collection.
Next lot. $30.
I am a fan for sure. Entering into Xbox as we enter into the final leg of the auction here. Literally, like barely any Xbox today. Call of Duty 8.58 for $58. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, 9.48 plus for $79. This is another game right here. We're talking about FIFA. We talk about Halo 4. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom is going to stop showing up at Heritage auctions. And these are, even compared to like anything you can buy on eBay, these copies that sell on Heritage for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom go cheaper than anything else you are going to find.
Fair warning.
So if you have any inclination to buy one of these, like eventually this will stop showing up. $80 here for a 9.48 plus plus. X-Men Legends 9.68 plus for $50. Assassin's Creed 2 9.48 plus for $68. Condemned Criminal Origins 9.4B plus.
$4.
Halo 1 and 2 are still the best. Yeah, Halo 2 is fantastic.
$6.
Halo 1, like...
$8.
Halo 1 is, it's got issues. Halo 1 has issues. You have a 9.68 plus Master Chief collection. It's for your PC. You got it for $188. Did you get it with the slipcover on it as well? If you got it with the slipcover as well, Feed the Gods, I think, you know, it's fine. I think it's fine at $188. Because you'd have to buy a copy, you'd have to grade it, you'd have to get it kind of nice. Like, that doesn't sound bad.
$18. $20.
Is that on Xbox One? Am I thinking of, I must be thinking of Halo 1 Remastered and getting that mixed up with Master Chief Collection.
$28.
It might not have a slipcover on MCC. I might be getting that mistaken. You also asked, are sealed Atari games something you should be buying? Why do you want them? Like, if you want sealed Atari games for your personal collection, like if you just like collecting Atari, then yeah, for sure.
$30.
Make sure you're buying them at cheaper prices than you got that last one. Like, look for auctions, follow Heritage, look for what they have in their weeklies. Like, you can collect sealed Atari very, very, very affordable for most of the stuff. So if you just want to do it for your own collecting, by all means, go for it. Is sealed Atari going to become like a big collector's market? Is it going to go up in value? I don't know. Right? Like, I don't know. Sealed Atari collecting in general is more on the dead side of the hobby than the, like, emerging or exciting side. So Atari and television pre-Nintendo would need some kind of catalyst, some kind of increase in attention, in care, for it to become something bigger in the next 10 years versus becoming something more dead in another 10 years. You know what I mean? So it just depends what you're looking to get out of it collecting Atari.
Next lot.
Grand Theft Auto 5 there was a 9.4 A+. plus. That pushed up to frickin' 180. Why? Why did that push to 180 on Grand Theft Auto 5? That seems crazy. Here's XCOM NFR copy. For promotional use only, not for resale. USA copy with the yellow banner there. The only game I can think of that also has that is Red Dead Redemption. Are there any other USA copies that have that yellow banner? XCOM, Red Dead. I don't know if I can think of another one off my head. It only sold for like $50, so. Yo, Adam, not really in tonight's auction, actually. Did you miss anything good? I mean, the most expensive game tonight was Sonic Blastman WATA 7.5A plus for $600. So, like, you know, it kind of sets the tone for if you missed anything good. Right underneath it was Rocky and Bullwinkle and Friends, 9.28 for $456. Super High Impact, 9.68 plus for $432. Doom was an 8.5A plus for $360. The Flintstones, 7.08 plus for $360. Nobunaga, 9.48 plus for $360. Melee was a frickin' 9.6B plus bestseller late print copy there. $360 still. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 2 was a 5.5B. $336, and Pocket Bomberman was also $336, 9.2A plus. On the other side of the auction, there's one game that sold for less than every other single copy. How fitting. How fitting that as we talk about Canadian copies and variants and stuff like that, the number one lowest selling game today is a 7.08 plus Canadian copy of Harry Potter. $32 for the Half-Blood Prince. The Prince de la Blood. I tell you, terrible. Terrible out there. It's tough out here for Canadians, and it's tough out here for Harry Potter. No respect. GTA First Prints on PS2 are worth nothing anymore? Yeah, dude. They've gone down in price a lot, Benutzer. What would be a good deal on a GTA Vice City First Print 9.2A plus? I think if you want that kind of grade, Benutzer, you're still going to be paying over $1,000, I think. I think if you want a 9.8A plus, you're still going to be going over $1,000. Yeah, as soon as you show up, yeah, rare rips. You showed up just for the end, man. You showed up just for the end. Very short auction. An hour 17, and we are donezo. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Craig, I was tossing bids, dude. I was tossing bids. I didn't win anything tonight. I threw a bid at Hajime no Ippo I was bidding on, FIFA, and something else too. San Andreas I tossed a couple bids at, but rare rips. You're Jesus. Wow. I never would have known. He picked up the Mega Man X8 promo. Been picking up promo stuff recently. Very cool. Very neat, Jose. UPC punches, man. I think they could have a future. I think UPC punch games could have a future. They are niche, they are cool, they are rare. But Carl's gonna make an Atari video soon, so better sell what you have now. PSA. Oh god, could you imagine? What's my favorite wrestling game? Oh god. I haven't kept up with wrestling games in a really long time, sorry. So probably going back to PS2. Oh, why can't I think of it? It's Brock Lesnar on the cover. It's Brock Lesnar. It's all blue cover, I think, and he's on the cover, like, doing his big lat flex. Which copy is that? Here Comes the Pain, I think? I think that's my favorite wrestling game, if that's the one. Yeah, Here Comes the Pain. Yeah, that's my favorite. I played that so much. So many hours logged on Here Comes the Pain. And then, like, you know, I played some of the SmackDown versus Raw games going past those, but then I kind of just fell off wrestling. Like, I got out of wrestling as much, and then I didn't buy the games as much either. So. Did we talk about Certified Link? Not yet, Cambrook Kettle. I'm pretty sure Certified Link is still going to what? Like, there's still 30 days until it ends or something 14 days, 20 days, something like that. Yeah, SmackDown versus Raw had a really good run too, sorry. Like, those games were still fantastic. I'd like to add some of those to my collection at some point, actually. The only games you own are 3 times GTA San Andreas 3 and Vice City and 9.88+. Nice, man. Good games to own, Benutzer. Good games to own. What is the most expensive game I own? Still my Donkey Kong Jr. 85+ Hang Tab Black Box. Excite Bike Hang Tab Black Box is also way up there, factory sealed. I can't even think of my other one. There's another black box game that's probably like 15,000-20,000. I just can't even recall now. But some of the black box sealed games I have are still super expensive. Tennis in VGA 85. That would sell well. I also got some super expensive games in my collection. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's wild. I've just kept holding on to them, Benutzer. Just kept holding on to them, so. Maybe once, if prices spike again, maybe we'll sell them off. I don't know. Realistically, I probably should have just sold them during the hype bubble, right? I should have just sold off those games. They would have brought in like 40, 50, 60,000 each. We live and we learn. We live and we learn. No regrets, no regrets. For modern sealed games, your minimum for the game you want to pick is a 9.2A. Yeah, that's bad. It's just not good enough, feed the gods. I would say, if you're going for modern graded sealed, at minimum, you should shoot that up to a 9.4A+. 9.4A+. 9.2A, just like being completely honest, like that is a bad grade. It's just not nice. You could buy any random modern copy off eBay and you have a very good chance of it being a 9.2A. I know the scale doesn't really translate that, but like 9.2A just is not nice. But on that note, I will let you guys go. No showcase auction this week. Like I said, I think the first showcase auction coming is in February, so we have that to look forward to. Certified Link is running. If you don't know, Certified Link is another auction site. I'm pretty sure their auction is up now. It's definitely worth browsing what they have, 100%. There aren't that many games this time around, but there are still some good things in there. And there's more niche things over on Certified Link, so I'll toss this in the chat as well. You can have a link there. CertifiedLink.com. You can view all the games coming up. Yeah, 28 days until the end, so we have more time to talk about this. We'll talk about it as it gets closer. We'll cover that as we get closer. Yeah, eat a bowl of Magic Bowl cereal. Magic Spoon. It's Magic Spoon, Jose. Man, if we can get a Magic Spoon, whew, that's the sponsorship that would boost everything, Jose. Yeah, 9.4A+, think of that as like a PSA 8. You know, and if you can get 9.6A+, that's like your PSA 9. But if you're getting a 9.2A, you're getting like a PSA 7, almost like a, probably not a 6, but a PSA 7, I would say. So if you want like a modern PSA 9, you really have to be 9.6A+ or better. Just to give you another comparison. But on that note, have a good night, everybody. I will see you on the next Tuesday. Join the Discord, link in the description. Have a good night, everybody. Take care. Goodbye, guys. Goodbye. Talk to you guys later.